What's up, guys? Welcome back to All Wings Everything. Yes, you are back in my kitchen with your boy Spinelli for another easy and delicious recipe. Now today's video, I got something special for you. Yes, it's some sweetness. I'm gonna show you guys how to make a chocolate bourbon bundt cake. Oh my goodness. Y'all know when I say oh my goodness, because y'all know this thing gonna be slamming. So I hope in your kitchen, I'm already in mine, so let's go. All right, so here are the ingredients we're gonna use for today's recipe. Let me tell you what we have here. So right here I have 2 cups of flour. Now I sifted the flour. If you don't have a sifter, don't worry about it, but make sure you sift your flour. I have 6 tablespoons of unsalted butter, 2 cups of sugar, 1.5 cups of tap water. I have half a cup of Jack Daniel's whiskey. I have 2 eggs. I have 1 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. I have a teaspoon of vanilla extract. I have 1 teaspoon of espresso, half a teaspoon of salt. I have 3 tablespoons of unsweetened cocoa, and I have 1 cup of unsweetened cocoa here. So these are the ingredients, guys. Let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to melt our butter. We're going to add our whiskey, our espresso, our water, and our cocoa powder. And we're going to start getting that whisked up. And you really don't want this to come to boil. You just want your butter to melt and get all the ingredients combined. So you want to do it over moderate heat. All right, so now that we have everything melted, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to turn our cooktop off. And what we're going to do now is we're just going to add our sugar. And we're going to get it all combined in until it dissolves for about a minute. See how that color is changing to that dark chocolate? And look at the consistency of this mixture. Smooth, glossy chocolate color. That's what you want. Now, once you have everything mixed, what you want to do now is you want to remove it, set it aside, and let it cool all the way down to room temperature, guys. Make sure it's cool to room temperature. So, you know, I don't know how hot you got it, but I'm gonna leave mine for at least 45 minutes that I know that'll be down to room temperature. All right, so we'll be right back. So what we're gonna do while our chocolate mixture is cooling, we're just gonna whisk in our salt into our flour and our baking soda also. And we're just gonna get that mixed in. All right, so we're just gonna sit this aside and we're gonna move on. All right, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna whisk our vanilla extract with our eggs. All right, so now we're gonna sit this aside until our chocolate mixture has cooled completely. All right, so I have my grease bundt pan here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my 3 tablespoons of cocoa powder, unsweetened cocoa powder, and I'm going to dust it in our bundt pan like this. And just like if you flour your pan, instead of flouring it, we're gonna use this cocoa, which really gives us that extra flavor, that chocolate flavor we're looking for. This may get a little messy, guys, so don't worry about it. And guys, once you have it all floured, what you want to do is you want to make sure I don't want to hit it up against this because I don't want to be too loud, but you want to hit up against your counter or your cutting board to get the excess out of it, okay? So let me do that and I'll be right back. So this is what your pan should look like. So I'm gonna sit this aside and we're gonna go ahead and continue. All right, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna take our chocolate mixture and we're just gonna add it to our mixing bowl here. Now guys, you can completely do this with your hands if you want to. I have a mixer, so I'm gonna use my mixer. So once you get your chocolate mixture in there, you wanna add your egg mixture. And what we're gonna do now is we're just going to put this on low and mix it till it's well combined. All right, so it looks like we are there. We're gonna lift this back up. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add our flour mixture. So we're gonna mix this till it's well combined and the batter is thin and a little bubbly. All right, guys, so we are there. As you can see, it's thin. You can see those little bubbles around it. What we're gonna do is lift that up, remove our paddle, Guys, remember, this is that Vivo Home stand mixer. Man, I love this thing, guys. I'm telling you, I'm gonna leave a link to this stand mixer in the video description, so you guys go check it out. All right, so let me get this over to our bundt pan and I'll be right back. All right, so now we have our bundt pan here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take our batter and we're just going to pour it in here like this. Now guys, I've already preheated the oven to 325 degrees, so our oven is good and hot right now. So we're gonna let this cook for 50 to 60 minutes. Always do the toothpick test, guys. I recommend at least checking it after 40 minutes just to make sure that it's not overcooked. And because I don't know how hot your stove gets, some people's ovens and stoves will get hotter than others. So you know your oven, and you know you cooked cake before, so you understand how long you should keep it in there. But generally about 50 to 60 minutes. I'm gonna check mine after 40 because I'm on this gas stove, and I'm telling you, it can get tricky with a gas stove. All right, so I'm gonna sit this in here and we'll be right back. All right, guys, so this is what we have right here, 40 minutes into the oven. So guys, look at this. We got our our toothpick. Put it in, nothing comes out. See, so that's what you want. Now mine was 40 minutes. I'm baking in a gas oven, so it's very different than an electric oven. So you may want to make sure if you're on a gas stove, make sure you check it after 40 minutes to see if it's ready. I checked mine right around the 30-minute mark and it still had cake batter on it. So I let it stay in there for a little bit longer, and this is what it is. So we're gonna let it cool down, and then we're gonna start making our glaze and finish this process up, guys, all right? All right, guys, so here are the ingredients we're gonna use for our chocolate glaze. So right here I have 4 ounces of milk chocolate. I chopped it real finely. Here I got 4 ounces of bittersweet chocolate. Same thing, I chopped it real finely. So when they say bittersweet, you want somewhere between 60% to 70% cocoa. Right here I have a half a cup of heavy whipping cream, a pinch of salt, half a teaspoon of espresso, half a teaspoon of vanilla extract, 3 tablespoons of unsalted butter, and I have 2 tablespoons of that Jack Daniel's whiskey. So yes, we're gonna use that again. So guys, these are the ingredients. Let's go ahead and move on. All right, so the first thing we want to do is we're just going to take both chocolates and we're just gonna add it to a bowl here. So I'm just adding my bittersweet here and then add our milk chocolate. You really want them combined for what we're gonna do. And what you can do is you can just kind of get them mixed around in here. What I do, I just use my hand. Doesn't matter. Just kind of get it mixed around like that. All right, put it over here. All right, let's move on. All right, guys, so we're gonna start preparing our glaze. So the first thing we're gonna do is gonna add our melted butter into our pot. Well, not our melted butter, our butter into our pot. We're gonna get that baby melted. We're gonna go ahead and add our heavy whipping cream along with our vanilla extract, our espresso, and our pinch of salt. Guys, we wanna get this mixed together. You don't really want it to come to a boil. Just wanna keep it on a low simmer, but you definitely wanna get it heated up as much as you can. And I'm gonna show you why you wanna do that. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and pause our heat since it looks like it's bubbling up over here, and I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do next. So we're gonna remove our pot from our cooktop. All right, so what I just did, I didn't realize the camera was off. I added our bourbon. I just added our bourbon into that, got it mixed up like this. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring that milk chocolate and that bittersweet chocolate back into the mix, and we're gonna pour this hot mixture over our milk chocolate, and we're gonna allow this to melt the chocolate. What you wanna do is you wanna stir together everything. See how it's changing on us like that? That's why you wanna make sure you, chop your milk chocolate into finer pieces so it melts easily. Now guys, if you have any lumps of chocolate that stays in there, don't put it in the microwave. What you want to do is you want to boil you some water and kind of sit your bowl over the top of the water and let the steam continue to melt your chocolate, because you don't want to burn your chocolate. The microwave will burn your chocolate. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to bring our cake back over into the shot. Now what we're going to do is we're going to pour our icing all over our cake like this. Now we're gonna let that icing set in for about 1 minute, guys, and then we'll be good to go. And there you have it, guys. Chocolate bourbon cake. Man, I don't even have to say much about that. You see the cake, man. Don't even cap. And I hate using that word because people say it too much, but don't cap. This looks delicious, guys. You already know. So I'm gonna leave the measurements and ingredients in the video description below, guys. So check it out. And let's go ahead and get into quality control because I'm ready. Let's go. What's up, guys? It's quality control time. You already know. I just got me just a little bit of slice of that cake right there, man. It looks so good. Let me give y'all a close up of that. So, yeah, cause y'all think I'm playing. I don't want y'all to think I'm playing, man. This ain't a game. Hey, listen, this ain't no game. We cooking cake. All right, so let's check this thing out. Moist. I'm gonna show you so you guys know it ain't that all hard cake. Look at that. Just go in there like that. Falls apart. Oh man. Man, I love that bourbon flavor. The chocolate is rich. No, I'm gonna tell you this, what I would probably do different next time I make this. I like my cake a little bit more sweeter than this one here. This is decent. So people who don't like real sweet cakes, you'll love this one. I mean, it's sweet, but I like mine to have that rich sweetness in it. I would probably add another cup of sugar with mine. Just another cup of sugar. Other than that, everything is on point. The glaze, the icing, whatever you want to call it, on point. All I need is some ice cream. So guys, I'm almost ate this whole slice in there talking to you guys. So guys, don't forget, make this recipe. You want to make this, take this to your holiday gathering, family gathering, Christmas party, whatever you do with gather with people, they're gonna love this. So until then, I'm your cook, Spinelli. Y'all already know, this is all wings everything. And y'all know, I ain't no chef. I just cook a lot. And I am out. Peace.